welcome back to Wendy's Colouring. Today is, well, Amazon Japan Day. I've been pretty good, I think, really. I have not ordered for Amazon Japan since, way before Christmas. Yeah, last year. I haven't ordered at all this year from Amazon Japan, but there are a few books that have obviously been on the list from Amazon Japan. You'll be sick to death of seeing them, I've no doubt. So I'm only going to do super quick flips. I don't think this video is going to be too long, but yeah, so I've got a couple of those that I really wanted, and up to now I hadn't got. So yeah, I've finally gone, no, I definitely want them, so I've got them. And I've got a few bits from Deco Made in Poland as well, and because both were quite small orders, I've kind of put them together in one video. So let's get on to it straight away. So I'll bring you in. Obviously, no surprises. I haven't translated these this time. I'm literally just jumping in. Obviously, loads of people have got it. It's the Polar Bear book in the Yuri series. I should know is it Kotali, something like that, isn't it? The actual book. This book is so lovely, isn't it? Look how lovely that is. What is this little ghosty thing with a party hat on? This book is so cute. Is that like it's got rabbit, like a rabbit headband on. It is still the ghosty thing. Do they run through? Oh yeah, they're all over. Or maybe it's just this. Maybe it's this October. Is it just for October that they're in? Yeah, maybe it is. But this book is so cute, isn't it? There was no way I wasn't going to get this. But I've undone an order. I thought it's not worth doing an order just for one book. But yeah, I've got this one. Like I say, super quick flip for me. Not usually how I do it, but you know, it's been around a while, hasn't it? It's not a new book. And the other one that falls most definitely into not a new book is Erie's new one. Again, I'm not going to do a proper flip. There's probably about 1 million flips of this on YouTube, isn't there? But it's literature, isn't it, this one? I've got them all. Couldn't help but getting the last one. Again, I think her style is much more complicated than it used to be, isn't it? But look, this is beautiful. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having a go in this one as well. Although I don't colour my Erie books anywhere near as much as I should. I think these big, because they're quite big pages, aren't they? They are a good size, and when I'm busy at work, I love the look at them. But then when it comes to actually picking it off the shelf behind me in my colouring plans, my mind is willing, but time is always short, and I think I'm not going to be able to get that finished, so it never gets picked off the shelf. So I still wanted it though. The literature book by Erie, beautiful. Like I say, there's 1 million flips of it, so I'm not going to hang around. Then the other one that I hadn't got, which again is not new, is this squirrel one by Mona. I'm sure it's got a proper name. I've been lazy today and not translated them. I think originally Pretty Pages 71 did a flip of this when it first came out, so if you want a proper flip of it, by all means nip over to her channel. And at the time, I think I do remember commenting to her a lot, oh, it looks quite detailed, and now looking at it, I wasn't wrong. It is very, like, those are pretty small little weeny little flowers, aren't they? It is undoubtedly a scarily detailed book. It's beautiful though. It's got this weird kind of like outlines, like the little paper cut dolls or something though sometimes, which is a touch strange. I mean, look at all these books. Look at all those. Look how big they are. That's so tiny. Owl librarian seems correct, doesn't it? But it's stunning, isn't it? It really is absolutely stunning. But like I say, I'm not going to do a full flip of it because there's, again, absolutely loads of flips of this book available. And like I say, Pretty Pages has got a great one if you want to have a close look at it, because I remember her getting this at the time when it was out, which I'm thinking this is over a year old now, maybe. But yeah, the one with the squirrels on by Mona. Another of the Kotali books. Yeah, it's really cute, isn't it? Then I'm totally blaming Kay for this one. It's all entirely her fault. I think on her recent Amazon Japan, she got this one, which again, I've been daft and not translated it. I think is it the summer one or the spring one? This, I think, is a Japanese version of a Korean book. But this did look super cute. And I was very tempted. And these don't pop up on Amazon Japan very often. This is the only one of these I've seen on there. And so, yeah, I couldn't resist. It was totally Kay's fault. I saw her flip and thought, oh, isn't that pretty? And they are really kind of spring, summer, pretty flowers. The inspiration pages are quite nice, aren't they? They're quite solid colour, probably not quite how I would colour them, but I do quite like the colour inspiration. That you've got this peachy sky, almost into a violet at the top, that then matches what's on the birds. Some quite interesting ideas colour-wise, even if the style of it, let's get rid of the advertisement, whatever it is, isn't probably how I would personally colour it, but again, I'm alright with that. I think I'm long past the point in my colouring where I think, oh, this is an example, so I've got to do it exactly the same. It's not, as it's my book. I'm going to do it how I would like to colour it. And these, again, they're just so beautiful. Really cute. Quite flowery, this one, I think. Really pretty flowers. Picnic with the dog. Dog looking at the sandwiches. To be fair, my girl is very good. I could put a plate of sandwiches like that, and if I told her she couldn't have it, she wouldn't take it. She is very good like that, but I don't think many dogs probably are they? Ah, foxes. He's got his little dinosaur head in his tent. That is cute. This is pretty as well, isn't it? Bit of cherry blossom. Magnolia. Also very pretty. Bees, yay. Bears. Oh yeah, this is a lovely book. I must admit, I'm really loving my Korean books at the moment. They're cute. The paper is so nice in them. I know this is the Japanese version, but just, yeah, really enjoying the drawing style. Missed some at the back, didn't I? So I'm jumping back in, sorry. Oh, a little bit of bleeding heart. See, I always think of that as a winter flower. Is this the winter bit at the back? Got leaves on the tree, so maybe not. Do you know? Irises, they're cute as well. Yeah, it's very nice anyway. I'll try and link it at the bottom because I can't think what it's called, because I stupidly haven't done the translation, but it's a very nice book. And then my last thing from Amazon Japan in books was this lovely book, which is the Little Forest Girls Colouring Postcard book. Is it APOL? I think it's APOL, isn't it? And they're basically like, this is such a beautiful postcard book. I'm going to take it out the cover just because it's a little bit easier to flip when it's just the book, so just a plain cover. But it has beautiful kind of, is it rice paper? But it has really cute little print on it, look. Really cute print, and then you've got these really cute little postcards. So you've only got small postcards. I think they're A6, aren't they? Because I think this book is a kind of A5 style. So you've got the printed version, then you've got a coloured version, but you can send both of them if you want to send them to someone. But you've got these cute little outfits and different objects with her. So we've got a rainy day. We've got a little swimming ducky. We've got fruit, kind of going into the orchard kind of theme. A little bit of spring flowers. Painting day. Walking my dog day. That's cute. It's got little reindeers. My dog would shake that off if you put little reindeer headband on her. Cup of tea, coffee, probably. I don't like coffee. Big cup of tea for me. Guitar day. Does it always wear its little reindeers? Yeah. But yeah, it's just really cute. They are perforated, and as you can see, as I'm turning the pages, they do start to fold on that perforation. How this will stay together long term, I'm probably sceptical on how well this might stay together. So maybe this is going to be one. That's lovely little winter one, isn't it? This would be a great book for all seasons. Just doing one of these every year, every month. And then we've got little birthday hats. That is, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think that was. So you've got more than one a month if you wanted to do one every month. But that is just so cute. Lovely little book. I love the little illustrations. I almost prefer this to the full books, I think, because this is a bit cuter, isn't it? It's like she's in her childhood rather than the grown-up version that we have in the normal books. Let's put my little cover back on. And I love this rice paper. This illustration on it is really lovely. But yeah, that was my last book from Amazon Japan. I have got a few little other things from Amazon Japan, but we'll do the things at the end so that if you're not interested in my stuff, you can hop off at that point. Then I've been to Deco Made in Poland. I've had a few issues. I think it's definitely Safari issues for me because I'm on Mac. But yeah, I've had a few issues with Safari, and there's a couple of books that she had that I've wanted to order for a while. But every time I put something in my basket, when I came to click on the basket, it would just empty my basket. And for a while I was like, what is going on with that? Couldn't figure it out. The answer was to don't use Safari. And then she sent me a very nice Grazie Salvo. Went out of my head, that totally. Which has been signed. Little postcard that's also very cute. So I got this book, which again I should have translated. I'll link. I wanted this when I did my Aladdin and my Amazon Japan order, and I haven't been able to find it on either for a long time. And I think this came out not long after I'd ordered from Amazon Japan before, and I kind of missed it. But this is a lovely book. I might need to zoom out a touch, might we? Let's see when I've opened the pages. But it gives you the usual kind of how-to, some examples of the beautiful work that's in this book. But you've got them all at the front rather than with the pages that you're going to colour on. These are going to be a bit of a difficult, bit of a more difficult page compared to some of those that I was just looking at. But I think they're so stunning pieces of artwork. Again, this is Japanese, so the paper is pretty thick. I think I'll get away with some watercolour if you want to. Really beautiful drawings. A unicorn, it's kind of like it's on a stage with some bunnies at the bottom. It's not the thickest of books, but I think it's really pretty. That's a lovely one as well. If you want to do a kind of Christmassy one that's not too Christmassy, something like that's really beautiful, isn't it? Mushroom. Squirrels pinching them all. Swan. I think that is so cute. That might be my first page in this book. This one is quite complicated. It gets quite small at the bottom underneath Mr. Lion there. But gosh, it'll be lovely when it's done. We've got like a little, like a fairground, haven't we? We've got a tent. Something else over this side. Candles in glasses. Yeah, it's a complicated page. Was there a finished one of that? I want to see what it looks like. Oh, they've done it in this kind of strange blues. Well, there is how I won't be doing it. It's nice, but it's not how I would actually vision it. I'm going to translate it because I should have done this already. I'll pause you and I'll translate it. Okay, so it's Animals of Fairyland by Azu Chiaki. Nikki. I'm gonna say that wrong, sorry in advance. I should have done the other ones, but if you want the ISBN, it is there if you want to try and find it. This is a bit of a harder book to find. Like I say, I got it from Deco Made. It's probably somewhere on Etsy as well, but it wasn't the easiest to find, and I'm surprised it wasn't on Amazon Japan, but I couldn't see it on there. I may have missed it. It's hard to search sometimes on there, isn't it? Then the other, well, this is a little set of books really that I got from Deco Made. So these are by Lika Lendel, and I have a few of her books. These are more like kind of pamphlets than books, and they are all in a series of these Everbloom books. So they don't seem to have like numbers on, but they are different colours. So there seems to be like a pink, a purple, a blue and a green toned one, but other than that there doesn't seem to be any kind of difference in them. I'm just seeing if we've got a different barcode on them. I got these all together as a set, and yes, the barcodes are the same, so I'm going to say you probably can't get these separately. They do all have a different illustration on the front. We'll go from one by one quickly, but basically, I'm sure you've probably guessed already, this is basically faces and flowers as you work your way through. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little prints in here. Her paper I always think is a little bit strange. It's not my favourite paper at all. It is quite thin paper. She does have an Etsy. The only thing I'm going to say with her Etsy is last time I checked, and I'll be honest, I've not been on for a while, she did have quite a bit of AI stuff on there, so pick with caution, particularly if, like me, you don't want to. I think she is a Ukrainian artist, isn't she? So, don't know, maybe she's gone down that reason for reasons she's needed to, I don't know. But she is a very talented artist herself. I actually really love this on the cover, now I'm looking at it. And this you probably could colour, I think, because it's not a smooth card that's the backings of. But I'll quickly flick through these, and obviously you can have a look yourself to decide. But I do really like, as you might know, quite a lot of the portraits that I do. I do like girls with flowers in their hair, so it kind of was calling to me. But it's got the two things I enjoy doing. Ooh, butterfly on her face. See, these eyes do look a bit AI-y to me, but she does draw her eyes like that in the books that I've got that are much older, pre-AI. They're very similar, so who's to say? These are, now I'm turning it, perforated, which I have no love for a perforated book. It just falls apart. This cover is lovely. That is the same image in Carrying On, isn't it? If I try and get them so that you can... No, it's not going to do it because it won't let me focus. Can I do it like that? So that image kind of carries on through the cover, I think, of the flowers. Lovely. But that's the first one. It's the purple one. Let's pop that one on the floor. This one's the pink one. Curious to see whether it's a different cover. Oh, it is a different cover. So this one has kind of dragonfly into kind of cannas, butterflies, bit of fuchsias. Very pretty. Is it sad that I'm liking the covers more than the pages? I think it might be. Although this is pretty with the orchids on. Very nice. I just wish the paper was a little bit better. It's okay, you can't see through it, ish, or can you? I kind of can see through that a little bit. I'm not sure how well you can see. Oh yeah, you can see, look. You can just see some of this here coming through, which is a bit annoying, isn't it? But I still like the images. I think it's going to be either marker pen or pencil. I definitely don't think you'll get away with anything wet on these pages, but I do really like the images. They're very pretty images. Oh, that one's nice with the shells. You see, I would have liked to have done that with water, but because you've got it quite dark already, that's going to be pretty tricky, isn't it? So that's the pink one. Blue one. Let's have a look at the cover first. Daffodils on this one. I can fold her over a little bit. So you've got kind of daffodils going through to very similar. So you've got a big kind of sunflower on this side. Then these are pretty, they're peonies. Love this one as well. She's got strawberries in her hair. Lilies. Feels like two, but I'm sure it's one. Ugh. Grapes. Poppies. Oh yeah, these nice fuchsias again. More canna lilies. Orchids again. Are these the same as the ones that were... Excuse my creaky chair. Because we have had one with orchids in, haven't we? Our other books did repeat some of the same images, and now I'm just seeing that. I'm wondering if it is the same or different. That one had an orchid on, but it's different. Wasn't the same as that one. Because that's her, isn't it? Yeah, they've got repeats in, haven't they? So those are the same. Why? But her other ones did do that. That's why I didn't get the whole set of her other ones, because they had repeats in, and I kind of felt like I had enough of what I wanted. See, poppies I think we've had, haven't we? Don't know if we had dahlias. Don't remember. This one we definitely haven't had, have we? That's pretty, isn't it? Sunflowers. I don't think we've had a big sunflower, have we? I like that one as well. Oh, this is something tropical. Is it a hibiscus and a hummingbird? I think that's beautiful. Canna lilies we've had a few times, so I'm guessing that's in 3 times. Cherries we've definitely not had, have we? So yeah, we've got some repeats. If you want to look up the ISBN, it is there. I've no doubt they will be on Etsy as well as at Deco Made, but I got them from Deco Made. Then this book is very cute, and again, as soon as I saw it, I wanted it. So this is Whispering Stories of Dolls Sewn with Coloured Pencils, Quilted Doll Colouring Book by Grim Member or Lee Hee Won. And it's basically little rag dolls. It's again a Korean book, but I've got this from Deco Made because this didn't come out till after I'd already had my Aladdin order in, so I've added it into this one instead. It is cute though. I have a few doll colouring books, and not deliberately, but these are just so cute. As you can see, you've got kind of overview pages, you've got tool pages, all the colour references in here are Prismas, so there is a kind of Prisma colour swatch. It gives you, which I think for this book, this is actually a really good idea. So it gives you kind of some kind of faux stitch techniques and hints onto how to make the fabrics look like the kind of tartan, you know, this kind of textured fabric looking sections, and gives you different patterns that you could put in and think about how you might add them onto the dress. So I think for this book there's some actual really useful advice here at the front, saying how to do some different repeat pattern fabric ideas that you can put onto your dolls, and how to actually build up some of these details on the characters or on the objects to make them look a bit more kind of fabricy and quilty. I think it's actually quite good advice, and it changes it obviously from the drawing to what you've got on the example. You've got, this is going to need a bit of a fold down, but it does close nice and flat. This is a super cute book. I'm probably not going to show all of them in this. I might film an actual separate flip for it because it's a really cute little book, but as you can see, got really nice little drawings in here. Needs a good... I think it's one of those books you either really love or you really hate. I don't think there's any in between. I think it's really lovely. I really quite like it, and I quite like the idea of playing about with these kind of effects to create a kind of more stitchy look to the dolls in here. Look at that one, pumpkin girl doll who loves pumpkins. Well, clearly, but there's some really cute images in this book. Again, it's Korean. Paper is pretty good, I'd say. Definitely get away with watercolour pencils. I think you'll get away with light watercolour as long as you don't flood it. But it's really about the dolls in this book. It's not so much about background. I personally would probably just do this in colour pencil. I don't think I'd be using too much watercolour unless you want to do just a soft background like that one it has. But yeah, this is a cute book. The little quilty house. Quilt houses. And then, oh, we've got at the back, we've got a few different things at the back. We've got a cutout doll and a dress up bit at the back. We've got a few of them. Kind of suits this book, doesn't it? I might colour them, but I won't cut them out. Oh, look how lovely they are. They've coloured the examples. Kind of feel like they're quite textured, the way that they've been shaded. Oh, it's so cute, this book. Just want to work in it now, straight away. Again, it'll be available in quite a few places. It's definitely on Aladdin now. If you prefer to get from there, it'll be on Etsy, but I got it from Deco Made. It is the Quilted Doll book by Grim member Lee Hee-won. It's so cute. And then my final book from Deco Made, and we might have to just nip out a little bit because this is a monster of a book. Let me get something to compare. Hold fire. So yeah, for an example, if I put a Joanna Basford up right at the bottom of it, you've still got quite a bit both sides. It is a big book. It kind of, well, we'll actually measure it in a minute, but yeah, get one of my Japanese books out. Obviously it's much bigger than those. It is a chunky monster of a book. What actually is it? Is it 12 inches? Because I always kind of think it is. It's not quite 12 inches looking at it, just a little bit short. 11.5 by 11.5, so it is a big book, but it's beautiful. Spiral of Life colouring book by Anna. I'm not even going there. It's stunning. Again, I got it from Deco Made. I think they actually make them, don't they? So nice hardback book. This seems to be all about spirals. Obviously you can read, it's in, now, see, is it Polish? I'm thinking it's Polish and English. Sorry if I'm wrong. It's in a language I can't read and one that I can. It has a spine that opens like this, so you see the raw, I think it's a glued bound side, and then the spine actually sits into it to close. Though I'm not demonstrating that particularly well, but it's an open spine, which means when you open this it's going to be completely flat. But they are stunning, really stunning drawings in this book. Will I ever colour it? I'm not sure. It's beautiful. It has on the other side of the page, so I won't show them all today, it has a little quote. So this page was, many leaves and flowers recreate simple cycles while creating their patterns and branches. I think basically all the pages are about spirals and curves and those kind of things, and you've got portraits that are part of that. Oh, she's got a sunflower, hasn't she, on this one? More flowers, but they are just so pretty pages. And this, I'm thinking you probably could get away again with watercolour pencils, a little bit of water as long as you're not mad with it. I suspect if you get the spine wet it's going to come apart because it feels like a glued spine to me. But I don't think it'll be the end of the world even if that She's so beautiful and realistic. And then we've got a cheeky spider there on the side. Dragonfly. And he's got quite a cheeky face. Yeah, it's a beautiful book. Really stunning. I have a fear of colouring in her things, I think, though. My last one of hers, I keep getting it out, but I just don't make myself colour in it. Maybe I'll colour in more of them over summer. We'll see. This one's beautiful as well. But yeah, there's nothing to say about them, is there? They're just so beautiful. And there's just all the info we don't need. And then we've got a really nice thick card at the end. And obviously, back of the book, beautiful, beautifully made, beautiful drawings. Really lovely, lovely book. Absolutely love it. Slightly terrified of it. Then, I have got a few other bits and pieces from Amazon Japan, but that is the end of my books. Again, I think for most people they've probably seen some of these before, but I haven't got any of these. I know Kay's got loads of them, but I thought I'm not buying loads of them and then I don't use them, so I thought I'll get a reasonable set. So I've got a 36 set. These were much cheaper from Amazon Japan than they are from any of the providers that I had a look for in the UK, unless somebody knows a secret that I don't know. But I thought to test them out, I'm going to try this 36 set, and if I enjoy them, then I can have a go at some more, but we'll see. They aren't the cheapest, are they? So I won't be rushing to the shop to buy any more just yet, I don't think. But I did think I do fancy having a go and just seeing what they're actually like. And I haven't as yet really had much of a play with them. So they look, if you've never had a look at them, they've got Kuretake on them, number 70, which I'm guessing is this colour. Says it on the barcode. It's got a little name, colour name on there, and it's got the number here at the top. It's got all kinds of other stuff. Barcodes. Can you buy these loose stock? I don't know. Maybe you can. ZIG Clean Color, real brush, water-based dye ink. But yeah, I was just, gosh, it's lovely, vivid colours. Have I got a water brush with some actual water in? Haha, I have. How soon do you have to catch it? Let's get some water in my water brush. Oh no, you can still pick it up even if it's drying up. And it's pretty much all gone, hasn't it? That's pretty good. It's not left a kind of uncontrollable stain. That's quite nice. Quite like that. But yeah, basing, when you come to basing some artwork, I do want some more pens that I can use to do that with. And obviously these you can literally use like a paint once they're on your paper, because they are dissolving quite effectively, aren't they? So yeah, I might have a play about with those. I don't have many Tombos. I think I've got 2 packs, a primary set and a pastel set, and a small amount of loose stock. I think I've got about 5. But they're so expensive, aren't they, that it's kind of put me off. And I was thinking when I got those packs, oh, I'll just get individual packs and build them up. But all the individual packs have duplicates in. It's almost like they've designed it so that you can't kind of get the whole set cheaply. You've got to kind of do it all at once if you want them, or buy loose stock or something along those lines. But I thought, well, I'll give these a go. They were cheap enough on Amazon Japan. They've got quite a nice colour selection, and have a play about with them. So yeah, my ZIG Clean Color 36 set real brush pens. I'll give them a try, give them a play about. And then these were entirely Colouring Chemist's fault. I saw her playing about with these on one of her recent hauls, so I got 2 of these to see what I thought of them. Artline Decorite pens. I'd never seen these in the UK. It's a very strange name on them that I'm not going to pronounce. So I've got a metallic set, and I think these are supposed to be pastels. I thought the whites might be quite useful. Plus, I was curious to see what they're like. So they're quite a comfortable looking pen, and then you've got a nice brush pen with them. So these were metallics. My favourite metallic pens are undoubtedly my Lightwish, and if they come anywhere near as nice a shine as them, that would be good. But I'm not holding my breath for that. Now, are any of these dry that my white might show up? No is the answer to that. Or maybe I'll let the metallics dry, and then we'll dry the whites over. Just get the 3 pastels out. That's a bit highlightery, I'm going to say. Green. It's quite a teal green. And the blue also looks a bit highlighty to me, but yeah. These were cheap on there, so yeah, it's lifting the metallics a little bit. And I've contaminated my white already. But I thought for some white highlights on things, it might be quite useful. Well, you don't want, you know, Posca in your face bright white. I'm thinking this is a pigment based ink, so if you just want a little bit of light but not kind of, you know what I mean, completely like radioactive off the page, I thought they might be quite useful for that. And this way I've got 2 whites. Ooh, hello, throw that one at myself. Well, like I say, they were pretty cheap to chuck into my basket that I was already definitely getting those books, so I quite like the little packaging of it as well. Does that stand them up? It does. Does that. And you can just open it and click it back down. Yeah, quite like them. They're a bit of fun. Then, these have been a nightmare to get hold of. They're in and out of stock on UK Amazon like I do not know what. Just, yeah, I've been wanting these for a while. I think Dougal Robot showed them. It's totally her fault. Can't get in them now even. But yeah, could I get hold of them? Nope. They wouldn't ship from America. And they were constantly just, they show up on UK, but they were just out of stock. I can't even get in it. My excitement has got too much. I still can't get in it. What is going on? I don't want to rip this, but I feel like I'm gonna. It's not got tape on it, has it? Am I being blind? Hurrah! Didn't think I was getting in there. Wasn't playing at all. But yeah, I really wanted to try these little granulating colours. So they all pretty much look the same in the palette, but really I should have got some water to do these with. In fact, I'll get some water to do these with. Okay, so I've actually got some water now, which does make doing a watercolour sample a bit more fun. So we'll add a little. I'm thinking I might just pre-wet it. Don't know if that's a good idea or not. So this is number 771. But what colour is it? Oh, hello. Yeah, maybe wetting it is the way to go. Ooh. The excitement of seeing what they actually come out like. This one feels like it's brown. Oh, it's green. They look entirely different on the paper compared to in the palette. In the palette they look like the world's most boring paints, don't they? Just an array of brown burgundies. This last one already looks really purple in there though. I think from your angle in the camera though it still looks quite brown, but actually to me it looks already very purple. Gosh. Yeah, what interesting paints. But yeah, this one kind of, I don't know if it picks it up, but yeah, if you can see, that one already looks very purple as soon as you wet it. But the other ones look very similar, wet or dry. So I think if you take them out of this palette, it's going to be very difficult to know which one's which. Are these pans marked? Dare I look underneath? Oh yeah, they are marked underneath. So their names are on them underneath if you need to know. But yeah, look at those. Those are amazing. Obviously still wet, so they're still going to be settling and moving, but it gives you that very much granulating. Obviously it's sitting in the texture of this particular watercolour paper that I've picked. You probably won't get quite as much separation in a colouring book because by nature the book tends to be a bit smoother than watercolour paper, and obviously the texture in the book in watercolour paper really helps the granulating separate a little bit. They're really pretty. They dry very different to how when they're wet as well. This one looked like nothing when it was wet, but now you've got blue, you've got brown. This almost feels like copper, like verdigris or something like that. Yeah, really pleased with them. They weren't the easiest to get. They may still be back in stock now in UK. I've not looked obviously since ordering them from Amazon Japan, but yeah, I was struggling to get them in the UK, and I did manage to get them on there. But they seem, if you're quick, they do seem to pop into stock and then they vanish again. No doubt we're all trying to get them. And then the last two, speaking of granulating, I got some of my...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, sorry, world's most interrupting watch. Two of my favourite watercolour brands. So I've got two little sets. These are granulating as well. So I've got helpful, just numbers. 1738, 1743, 1748. Do these have a name on them? I don't think they do, but these were from Amazon Japan, and Lightwish were selling them. So if you look up Lightwish as a provider, you'll see these sets when you're trying to search for them. If I remember, I'll try and link all of these things, but I've got green, violet, 1743. Oh, the names are on the tubes. That helps. As you can see, this is supposed to be tealy into purple. I've got red, navy, 1738, which looks like it's red into a kind of grey.
It's all good.
Oh, shut up, watch. Butting in, I do apologise. 1748, gold brown is my first little set. It's that one. And then this one is purple brown, 1739. Blue brown, 1740. And indigo, I'm not sure, rubia indigo, 1746. So no pressure, but these were lovely from Kiritaki. So if you're not as good as them, that's not going to be good, is it? I'll just rip my book apart, but never mind. Not really played with these about myself yet, so who knows. But I'll do the same as I did with the other ones and we'll see. So this one's supposed to be gold brown. It's a bit leaky. Just take a bit of it, see what it does. Could do with labelling these, couldn't I? Then I remember. Because these are tubes. I'm not going to stay in the order I draw them as, are they? 1748. kind of like goldy brown, that one. So that kind of does look like it does look on the tube, so that's about right. Can't coordinate my fingers now. Don't know what to do. Take the lids off, clean my brush. Which do I do? Let's have another circle, and then I'm guessing this is probably not how you use them, but it's how I'm using them. Ooh, that is very grey. This one's supposed to have red in it, so I kind of see a bit of red. Now it's settling a little bit. Let's try and get the cap back on. I think I actually picked up a bit too much paint on that one. Kind of feel like I flooded it a bit with it. So that is 1738, which is that one. And then this one is the one I'm most excited about, Green Violet. Looks nice on the example. No pressure. Try not to take loads this time. So it's actually got room to separate and do its thing. So it goes down very blue. And it is in fact supposed to be green violet. So see what it does. I'm not hopeful looking at it. It's looking very blue still, isn't it? That was the one I was liking. 1743 is that one. Try this one. This one's supposed to be purple brown. Get the lid off it first before I try and wet the page. I think they definitely seem to work. This one's got a very strange thing going on already, like it's been leaking. Maybe a bit more. Well, that's not going very green, is it? The one next to it. I mean, it's kind of granulating, but not showing me any green violet. This one is 1739. This one's blue brown. Ooh. This one is exploding already. Ugh, too much has already come out. I don't want that much. Go back in. Ugh. That's paint annoying. Right, I think that's going to be far too much. What's this one? Blue brown. Kind of looks a bit tealy at the moment. Why did I just put that lid back on like that? Ugh. Damage is done. Dirty lid forever. Sorry. Blue brown. You're forever going to be a mess. 1740. Which is that one. And my last one. Oh yeah, Indigo Rubia. Ooh. Don't know what I think about that one. What colour is this one? 1746. Well, undoubtedly, I think Karataki wins, don't they? I think these ones I prefer. Look how amazing these are drying. They've gone that one's gone so much brighter, and the effect is really, They've really split the colours as they've dried. They're stunning. I quite like this one and I quite like that one. This one's also coming along very nicely. And I think this one feels a little bit like that one did earlier on when I first put it on. But this one is a big disappointment. So much so, I'm going to try it again because that is not what I thought that would be. That does not look like that, does it? That just looks boring. Perhaps I'll put a bit more on. Don't know. What do you think? Still just looks boring blue, doesn't it? It's not looking like it's going to split and do anything else. Disappointing tube 1743. Oh, because that would have been nice, wouldn't it? And I haven't got anything else like that. But the rest I do like. This is a bit more subtle, but it kind of does look what's on the tube. That one is that one, isn't it? Ruby. I quite like that. That's this one. This looks very like what's on the tube, as does that one. This one seems to have a bit more black in it. It says navy, red navy, but it almost looks black to me, that particular one. Okay, sorry, had to let my husband back in from walking the dog. Yeah, so...
Here's what I found.
Oh, goodness. I don't know why it's in a butting in mood today, my watch. But yeah, so these are the Supervision ones. I really like some of them. I think these are really lovely. That I think is going to dry really nice. This, although it's a bit more subtle, I actually really quite like it. I think I put too much paint on that one. I think if I'd put a bit less paint, I think the effect would have been a bit more dramatic. But these ones, I can see why these are out of stock all the time. This one I absolutely love. They have such a beautiful effect. Yeah, I'm really pleased with those. And yeah, that is pretty much all my stuff from Amazon Japan and Deco Made in Poland. Really pleased with all of the stuff, apart from maybe this one individual paint. Splitting a little bit on the edge there, but no. I like all the others though, so I'm quite pleased with all of them really. Will I be brave enough to use them in my book? Don't know. We'll see. I always think these will look really good on a Hannah Carlson background, and then I check it out at the last minute because it's getting my book wet. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll try and add links for most of what you see below, hopefully. Let me know in the comments if I've been bad and I haven't done. I'll try and do that for you. Hope this was entertaining for you to watch. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.